Alrighty, really quickly before we get into this video, I know I did say that I would continue with the auto shop contracts in in my next video, but did have some minor issues being kind of busy over the weekend, so I did kind of have this, I'll admit, is a pre-recorded video of something else I did, and yeah. I will get into the contracts during the week at some point. I don't know when, but yeah. I mean, as you can see, I have not touched the contract board at all since I bought the auto shop. So yeah, we literally haven't done anything with it yet. Like I said, um, could you be quiet, lady? Well, yeah, like I said, we will get into the auto shop contracts sometime during the week. So yeah, enjoy this another different episode of a GTA Online series by me, Red Glow Joker. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the GTA Online series by me, Red Glow Joker. And yes, as you can see, my character looking a bit different yet again. At this point, I'm basically changing my outfit every video. But yeah, pretty much it looks like we're rocking a bit of a clubbing build. Well, I almost said build there for a second, holy moly. But a bit of an outfit. Looks like we're heading to the club. I don't know. I just put this one together randomly. I got bored of looking of the same character model over and over. But yeah, in today's video, it might be a short and sweet video. Might be too long if you can tell from the title and whatnot. But yeah, we are indeed today going to be looking at the CEO office and some of what it has to offer. Now, to be completely honest, I mentioned this before, and when I initially bought the CEO office, the business itself in here, they're mostly beneficial whenever they run on double money rather than just using them as a regular business. But I'll explain it in a minute once we get into it. I know you have a better idea as to what I mean. But yeah, here we are in our CEO office.
Anything you need, boss.
Yep, there she is. The name as well. I feel like this is a pretty, like, in terms of looks, the office is like one of the coolest looking business in my opinion. I don't know. Could just be me. But yeah. So we will be jumping on this computer here. We might actually get a tiny tutorial because I've never actually used this before. I guess we'll see. So let me access it.
Okay, I've set you up with username and password for the SecuroServe Special Cargo Network. Just hit log in. Okay, you logged on? The home page should be showing you 3 options: Special Cargo, Vehicle Cargo, and Special Vehicle Work. Special Cargo has been up and running for some time. You buy a warehouse, then purchase illicit goods you sell on for profit. Vehicle Cargo is their new offering. You purchase a vehicle warehouse, then SecuroServe puts you onto different cars in the area to source. Once you've sourced the cars, you warehouse them and sell them onto a highly vetted customer base when you want to. Special Vehicle Works a little different. These are complex operations SecuroServe had planned and prepared for clients using state-of-the-art customized vehicles. They trust only their best performers with these tasks, so we'll need to make some headway with Vehicle Cargo before taking this on.
Okay, so I keep getting booted out for some reason as well, but yeah, to start off, we will be getting ourselves the vehicle cargo. There we
Okay,
go.
if you want to start trading, you're going to need warehouse space to store the cars. See what's on the market and make your purchase.
Okay, so after reviewing this, I have decided to buy this one right here for $2.735 million, and I got booted again. I think it's because I keep looking at my mute button on my microphone because you have to use the PlayStation menu for it. But yeah, um. Yeah, this is the one I'll get. I mean, none of the options are like super great because like they're all basically in like a same general vicinity. I guess I'll just show you guys some of the price differences. This one I guess is the most expensive one. And so that means we are buying the second most expensive one now. most of the missions from these usually come from either this border of the map all the way up to like here. So there's no missions that really take place down here as far as I know, so it really doesn't matter which one you buy. The distance you have to travel will roughly be the same no matter what. So that's why I'm just going with this one. This is the one I do have on like my main account, and I do enjoy this location mainly because it has like a fairly open space here to like enter and exit. Like some of the other ones, like for example this one, because technically you could argue that this one might be better because it's more in the center, but I don't really like this one because there's a lot of objects you could hit when driving here. Like you can literally see right there, there's like these pillars literally right at the entrance, and I'm not a perfect driver, man. Like I could easily bump into one of those things and mess up one of the cars we're like trying to sell and stuff. So I'm just gonna go for this one. I really like this one, so yeah, buy it. Oh yeah, I forgot you could like customize it a bit. I mean, this doesn't really matter. Like, I mean, you literally could just buy it as is. But for the sake of the video in the series, we are going all out. Fully all out. $3 million. I didn't even remember this, but yeah. $3 million for this garage. I don't even think the money would be you make from this would even... It'll take a very long time to even make this money back, but yeah. $3 million. Let's buy it.
Okay,
Confirm.
you've got space. Now you can move cargo. Click on the green button, Source Vehicle, and we'll search the system for an appropriate car. Soon after that, the details will come through by text. Then it's just up to you to get the car and bring it to the warehouse. Be on the lookout for rival organizations trying to hijack your vehicles. And know that you can intercept organizations moving cars too. Here's the vehicle cargo summary page. It's a rundown of the organization's activities in the market. If you want to move to a warehouse in a different part of the city, click on the vehicle warehouse map link at the top of the page, and you'll get a fair trade in price for your current property. And if you want to start sourcing vehicles, you click that green button there. Lastly, you can click Renovate Warehouse if you want to change the look of the place.
Alrighty, so we are immediately just gonna jump into the missions now. Again, I'm not really gonna fully describe how, or not gonna fully operate the business right now, because the way this works now, this one specifically, the vehicle cargo one, is actually pretty decent. Like without the double money, it's mostly the special cargo one that would be beneficial in double money. But this one, however, there is a bit of a trick on operating how this business works.
So, this car is being used in a photo shoot of some kind. Ignore the flashing lights, just get the vehicle and bring it in.
Alrighty guys, bit of a problem here. I did have an issue with my recording earlier and I only found out about it while I was editing. So again, apologies for that sudden interruption midway through that mission, but as you can see, we are currently in the vehicle warehouse and you can clearly see that this is kind of filling up a bit, so it's pretty obvious that, I mean, based on my stats and everything, this is currently about a day and a half after the events of when that mission was taking place. But yeah, apologies for this unfortunate cut, but I guess I'll just continue on. There's nothing really that was missed. Once I delivered the vehicle, it gave me a pretty short tutorial on how the vehicle warehouse works, so I'll break it down really quickly for you guys. Basically, the warehouse can hold up to 40 vehicles, I believe, and the more you source, the more value, or not the more value, but the more you source, the more chances you have of getting higher value cars. Now, I was explaining earlier a bit of a trick. I'll get into that in a second, but yeah, that is basically the warehouse itself. It can hold up to 40 vehicles. the laptop in here, basically all it does is, this is just how you sell your vehicles. You register as a, I guess I should do that really quickly. You register as a CEO and you can just sell your vehicles through here. And finally, there is a downstairs basement of this garage which allows you to store special CEO vehicles. Now, they're not really anything too crazy. If you guys familiar, it's basically the Phantom Wedge, the Blaze Aqua, the Ramp Buggy. It's just those vehicles that came out with the special vehicle work DLC stuff. That's basically what it is. It's just a storage area downstairs for those if you ever buy those. But yeah. Anyway, back to the tactic I was explaining. Basically, like I've mentioned before, there are 3 tiers of vehicle. There is standard range, mid-range, and top range. Obviously, the higher range will pay more money when you sell them. Now, there is a bit of a trick to guarantee that you always get the top range vehicles, and it's basically you want to constantly source vehicles as much as you can and fill the warehouse with as many of the standard and mid-range vehicles. And once you get to a certain point, I don't remember the specific number, I want to say it's like about around in the 30 range. Once you are filled up with as much of the mid and standard range vehicles, you don't want to sell them, by the way. You do not sell the mid and standard range vehicles. You just source them and let them sit in here. And yeah, once you do that and you start a source mission, you will only get top range vehicles. Obviously, you want to make sure and only sell the top range vehicles so it'll allow for more room for the additional ones. So yeah, that is the trick. And I guess the way it works is that the explanation behind it is that there is a set number of vehicles in the missions that spawn. So like for example, you can see this here, Banshee 200R, I believe it's called. This is I believe a standard range, or it's a mid-range, I don't know, either one. You can only have one of this vehicle specifically in your garage. So once you source this vehicle, you will never get a mission to get this vehicle again. And that is the logic behind it. So all these standard and mid-range vehicles that you see, except this is a top range here, by the way, the green car. But this car here, the silver one, the blue one, some of these under the covers, these are all standard and mid-range vehicles. Now sadly you can't see them, but yeah, that's what they are. This is a mid-range here as well. Once you get those vehicles specifically, you will never have to source them again as long as they are in this garage. So yeah, that is the trick. In case you were wondering, it'll guarantee you always get a top range vehicle whenever you source for a vehicle. So yeah, that is it. And now basically the source vehicles, I figured I might as well include an actual full mission now, because I don't even know if I'll include that previous mission because of all the recording messed up. But yeah, you don't actually need to go back to the CEO office. Well, as long as you own a terabyte, it allows you to have access to all of your businesses, and you can literally just do it from here. As you can see, vehicle cargo, it saves you time because you can just spawn your terabyte in from wherever you are. So yeah, it saves you time from having to go back to your CEO office. So yeah, let us source a vehicle so you guys can get a quick idea on how the missions work.
Details should be with you on this car. It's parked at that location. This is straightforward enough. Let's get this one back in good shape.
Alright, so as you can see, we got a top range vehicle. I'm not entirely sure how many standard and mid-range I have available, but I do have a few. So the increase in the amount of top range I'll be getting should be going up now. Eventually it'll get to a point where you'll only be getting top range vehicles, so yeah, just keep that in mind. It will take a few attempts, or not a few attempts, but it'll take a little while until you start only getting top range. Obviously, I did the explanation earlier, but yeah. Let us do a quick mission so I can give you guys a quick idea of how it works. Or just, I mean, just in general, because like I said, I may not include that previous mission because of how the recording messed up, but yeah. We are approaching the location. Now, my assistant said it was just a parked vehicle. So I don't know, this should be a fairly easy mission. Never mind, there are enemies here. Oh my god, I just shot the freaking car, didn't I? Melee! Oh my god, bro. Yeah, I just shot the car. That's just not good. Auto aim screwed me over there. As you can see, whatever damage you do, it is a cost to repair. I guess let's just deliver it as is. Not much you can do about that. Okay, now as you can see, we are currently getting shot at like crazy. Now, one thing you can do when you're dealing with missions like these is you can, if you're getting chased, to avoid damage, you can park the car in a kind of like an off. Oh my god, this railgun sometimes, bro. Yeah, you can basically park the car off the road if you have the option available to you, so they don't shoot at it, and you can get out and just kill whatever enemies come by. There's usually, I believe, like 2 waves or 3 waves of enemy. But yeah, you just want to kill the enemies. This is like the worst case scenario, by the way. I have no healables, no ammo in my explosives. This is literally worst case scenario here for me. As you can see, 4 grand basically in damages. Now this won't happen a lot. I mean, I guess a quick bit of advice: if you do one of these missions, if your vehicle gets to at least like in the 8 to 10,000 range of damages, there's probably no point in even delivering it, because it is quite a sum to pay. Especially if it's like one of the lower end vehicles, because like it's just like you're using your money quite uselessly. I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to just deliver it anyways. But that's usually how I do these. Like, if it gets to a certain point of damage, I don't even bother delivering it anymore. I just like blow it up. Yeah. I'll deliver this vehicle. Like I said, that was like worst case scenario, right? That's literally the worst thing that could have happened. I ran out of healables and explosives. So yeah. I'll deliver this and I'll quickly show you guys the cell mission and how that goes. Alrighty, vehicle delivered. As you can see, 4k in damages. Again, we got like the worst hand dealt in that mission. A supposedly easily parked car to steal, and it turned out that way, but it's fine, it's fine. I'll quickly jump into a public lobby, which by the way, it is recommended to do these cell missions in public lobbies. So yeah, I'll quickly do that. I'll see you guys once I get there. Alrighty, we are in the public lobby. Now, like I said, I definitely would recommend doing these in public lobbies. You get the extra additional money for doing it in a public lobby. Now, I'll quickly explain, by the way, there is a reason when I bought the bunker and the acid lab that I never actually did the cell missions or show you guys it. You'll see in a second. Let me just quickly select the vehicle. I guess we'll do this one. Like I said, you always want to range. There's no point in really doing the mids or the standards. And you always want to go for specialists, of course. You get the most amount of money. Confirm.
Okay, let's get it ready to ship.
Alright, so you just gotta quickly go through these. Change a few settings. Doesn't matter what color and whatnot you put.
I am paid well below my skill level.
Just gotta change them up, and there you go. You don't have to bother with anything else. Okay. Now we'll look at this, guys. I mean, this should easily explain why I haven't done the cell missions before in my videos. Yeah, no point listening to that phone call. We gotta go really far as well, which kind of sucks. But yeah, as you can see, it's not as bad right now, but whenever you play in a public lobby on PS4, the frame rate just dies. Like, the frame rate just is non-existent anymore. This game operates so horribly on PS4 now. It's slowly becoming irrelevant. Or outdated, I should say. Like, the frame rate and the lag just is so horrible. I figured I'd never included in videos, because like that is just gonna hurt your eyes, man. And the cell missions are usually pretty straightforward, like there's nothing too complicated, especially with this business. The only thing you really gotta worry about is players, which, I mean, I usually don't get players messing with me. Like, most people tend to, like, leave you alone, especially if you're, like, a semi-high level player, you know. Players will tend to leave you alone, but yeah. Obviously, any damage you do will cost you, so you do need to be a pretty good driver to be able to do these efficiently and effectively. You can use a cargo bob to like play it safe. It is slower obviously, but like it is a safe way to get your vehicles delivered without damaging it. But I don't usually do that. I just like the driving because I'm pretty decent at driving, as you can see clearly. I'm a pro driver. I know exactly where the NPCs traffic spawns in, so I know exactly when to slow down. Totally not a nerd, by the way. But yeah, as you can see, we're already here. This is the furthest like cell location, by the way, at least from my current vehicle warehouse location. So do keep that in mind. This is literally the worst delivery location you have. Oh, no damage. Okay, no damages. Oh my god, that NPC. Yeah, any slight bit of damage literally would deduct money. So yeah. Seems like we're gonna get a flawless delivery here, even though we got the worst cell mission. And there you go, just like that. It's that easy. Delivered. Got 100k. Obviously you minus I think it's 20k. You minus 20k for the customization they charge you for when you have to customize it. And as you can see in the top right, 150k minus 20k, so
This is huge. We got a sale. Great job out there.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, 150k minus the, I believe it was 20k you had to pay for customization. So yeah, $130,000 profit just like that. Again, you highly recommend doing it in a public lobby. Obviously, if you do it in a solo lobby, you will only be making the set amount of money, which I believe is 100k. You get the extra 50k for being in a public lobby with a bunch of players. So yeah, do keep that in mind. And yeah, the frame rate actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I guess most of the players, let me take a look real quick. Yeah, because we came down here, most of the players seem to be down on this side of the map. Usually whenever I play public lobbies, the frame rate, bro, the frame rate gets so bad, it's literally like 10 frames a second half the time. But yeah, that is basically all I'm going to be doing in this video. It is the vehicle warehouse. I know there is also the special cargo warehouse, which I'll get into in a different video because that is a bit of a lengthy one as well. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully if any of you guys are watching this video as a bit of a guide, I mean, I know there are like dozens of other YouTubers out there who do guides on this stuff, but if for some reason you happen to watch this video as a bit of a guide on how certain things work in the game, there you go. And thank you very much for choosing me, even though, I mean, you know, you probably just happened to stumble on the video, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.